Now I'm going to think and make you think. We go swimming together on the aspect of caring, sparing and share. Now what does that mean? To care, to spare and share? Yes. Think of it, I'm using three words. To care, to spare and to share. I think yes, this is what it means. It's there. For a moment, let us consider that these are not plain little sachets of ordinary sugar, but which is the best chocolate that you like? Name it.
Which one you like? Name it.
He can't.
Be loud.
He can't.
Okay. Somehow I like Hershey's. And these are pieces of Hershey's, all wrapped up in the golden foil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them with me. And I'm a child and above them. Even if the dentist has been telling me, hey now, enough is enough. You sweet tooth Dr. Sanon, stop. But I still want to have them. So I have 8 of them. And I have one. And I really love it, and I'm a bit impatient kind of a child. I'm not so cool that I keep in my mouth and roll my tongue and take time and really savor and relish this Hershey's. And I have 7 more. I'm in a hurry to gobble and finish all of them. So I start chewing as fast. And so this ends up in how much time? Maybe 2 minutes. And then, because this has not really given me that sense of satisfaction, I quickly open up the second before the taste may end and start chewing the second, and I'm thinking of the third, fourth, and fifth too. And I will finish them all like that in the corner and nobody around. So whether you have them quickly or you enjoy the taste slowly, whether you have 1 or 5, what happens after 15 minutes? When you start using the last one, it's all over. For how long is the taste going to last? 5 hours? 5 days? 5 seconds? No. 5 minutes, okay. It can be 5, it can be 7. And if you have really not cleared your mouth well, it can be a little speck of it there, still reminding you of the chocolate for a few more seconds. But then finally you have to end up with it. And the saliva that is irrigating your mouth automatically will wash it, and the chocolate is over. So whether you have 1, the taste will end up in 5 minutes. If you have 5, the taste will end up in 5 minutes after you stop having it. So if you have 8 of them, and I want to be caring, and what is your name? Nira. Now I think that this is being too selfish for me to have all these by myself, and I'm with him, and I'm sure he too also must be liking the chocolate. And so, instead of finishing these 5, can I stop at 2? Keep 2 in my pocket for tomorrow. And can I be caring enough to share 1 with him now? This can be to care, to spare, and to share. So who's waiting for the PowerPoint? They were here to make it a point. So, the element of caring, sparing, and sharing in life is what Gurudev has taught us. He says in Hindi, how many of you understand Hindi? Well, to increase the number of hands, I do that. The 2 more. Huh? Mil baant kar khao. us share what we have and then have it together. And that's exactly what we intend saying here. So that you enjoy it, and you enjoy the idea, the thought, the feeling that somebody else with you is also enjoying it. And it's not only me. And the taste and the fun of it becomes double or much more. And you recall later that I had 120 Hershey's in the last 10 days. It doesn't give you that kick, that happiness. But I shared with him and her also. And I am a bit different than others. So I know it's worth sharing, because the taste in any case is not going to last more than 5 minutes. And I did the right thing, the positive thing. I'm not using the word good thing. There's nothing good and bad. There's something which gives you happiness and gives happiness to others. That is full of happiness. And I did that, and it makes, when I think of it, I'm reminded of it, it makes me feel great and wonderful. Instead of quietly maybe chewing down in a hurry all those pieces of Hershey's or the chocolates that you. So that is the bottom line of caring, sparing and sharing. And we can first of all salute and say my pranams to Gurudev. For whether we were seeing his picture through the systems or not, and it required him to click it, he is there. For he is a source of energy which is there now everywhere, and full of positive energy, wonderful thoughts, blessings and strength to stand like a strong person and live your life. Next please. This is a little babe who's so unwell, that's been connected with all the cards and the wires and the oxygen and the feeding. If that was not to happen, maybe he would not have been there. For somebody took care, a doctor, a nurse, and first of all parents who took care that he is too unwell. Next one please. And that is a loving dad, for I am one. So why should I show the first picture, that of a mother? For I also am caring. The warmth. When a mom or a dad hugs you like that, it is not only giving warmth, it's getting it back too. So there is no giving which doesn't have something getting back out of it. It's great. And that's why it carries on in life. The next. And the mom. The next. And the two of them. And the next. And to be playful. But then you need to have that much of time as the son and the dad. And the dad having the time for the son. And taking them together. Who has just been blessed with twins 6 months back? Oh, everybody knows that here. So here are the twins. Huh? Double pleasure, double challenges, double headache. However, if you take it as a headache, it becomes. If you look at it as a pleasure, it becomes manifolds. And it's purely a pleasure, never a headache. Next. And so is that a pleasure. Next. It's great fun. Next. Teaching them how to walk and not to fall. But unfortunately, till such time that you are a toddler and you are at the risk of falling and hurting and, braiding, brushing across your knees, you like that your parents should hold your pinkies and take you across. But then it's a bit later that they still want to see that you may be protected. You may be forewarned about certain things. You say, who are you now, little? Give me my space. But this relationship is this that I'm talking of. I'm addressing the youngsters. This is the relationship which finds it very hard to be severed. So do not consider parents to be a bit too imposing, too intimidating, and too interfering, especially Indian parents. Please, this is so natural. this is so natural. Realize it. You don't have to respect them. Forget it. Love them. For they have only been giving you love in turn of the next.